Hey, good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to our webinar on underwriting house hack deals. Now, to change the market, looking at current deals with how quickly interest rates are rising is very important. So we have 3 deals we're walking through today. One is a house hack that closed about 2 weeks ago, end of October, with rates in the high 6s. The borrower put less than $3,000 down to borrow it. Yes, less than $3,000 down. Deal number 2. This is an active deal under contract in Aurora. It's a combination room by room with a Section 8 rental, a la Jeff White specialty. And the third one, which I'm actually the most interested in, is Jeff White's next personal house hack, number 7, which is in Inglewood. So we're going to spend about 10 minutes going through each one on here, the numbers, the story, and how house hackers are making it work in today's current environment. So if you're on the webinar, please ask us questions while I go along. And if you want copies of your spreadsheets, either email us or we'll put a download link so you guys can grab it as well. All right. So I got my 2 co-hosts, Jeff White. What's up, man?
How's it going? Super excited to be here and talk about some deals.
I am too. And Ben Einspahr, how are you?
I am doing excellent. Holy cow, it's been a while since we've been in the hot seat, Jeff.
Oh, Ben, I don't recognize you.
It feels good. I'm excited to hear about this, Jeff.
Awesome.
And did I hear number 7?
Yeah, that's right.
Holy cow.
Yeah.
I remember you back at number 4.
Yes, I know. It's been a while.
He's gotten so big since then.
Yeah. We're so proud of you, Jeff.
Cool. Well, I'm going to start. We're going to jump into this. And if you guys don't know Jeff and Ben, they are with the Envision Advisors and really run our house hacking team, among other things. Jeff does a lot of house hacking room by room, also an agent with us. And Ben does a lot of short-term rental, medium-term rental, and a lot of house hacking as well. So they are specialists here. All right. So we got deal number 1 here, Jeff. And I won't go into all the spreadsheet yet. But this is the deal that just closed in Westminster about 2 weeks ago, maybe 3 weeks ago now, end of October. Yep. Rates are in the high 6s. Borrower put a lot less down. So it sounds great. Tell us the backstory on here.
Yeah, so it was a buyer that was actually one of my rent-by-room tenants. I'm starting to recruit my tenants now. And he was telling me like, oh, I'm looking to...
That's awesome. Tenant to client?
Tenant to client to even landlord.
Yeah, exactly. And he was asking me basically, oh, my wife is going to move here pretty soon. And basically I need a place for her and I. So this is just a short-term lease. So I had that understanding basically when he first moved in, it was going to be a short-term lease. And basically, so was my criteria, was finding us a place for him and his wife. And then we got in the conversation of how about we talk about house hacking strategies, how to live for free. And that led into basically, he was living there when I was doing rent by room. So he saw like, okay, well, obviously he knows how to make it work. So I should definitely talk to him on how to set up the operations and the systems. Mm-hmm. And that was the strategy we came up with because I showed him basically the numbers from a high level of like 2 to 4 units with Envision, like how many have closed the last couple of years, like 1.
Not a whole lot.
1,000 deals or so, if that. So it's super hard to find a duplex, triplex, or quad that works. So that's out of the picture. Mm-hmm. And then the other options is houses with mother-in-laws, or separate entrances, or a way to make it kind of a combo strategy, or just a big house with a lot of rooms and bedrooms. So he said, let's try to find that big house with a lot of rooms and bedrooms. So that's when the search started. And I showed him about 5 to 10. And basically we found like that unicorn property, right? Like move-in ready, sit on the market a long time, right? When rates went from like 6.1% to like 6.9 in a matter of like a week or two, right around that end of September, early October time. And
so that made him really excited, I'm sure.
Yeah,
right?
It was like, it scared the crap.
Oh, I know, yeah. I was being sarcastic, trying to.
Yeah.
When you say stay on the market a long time, what does that mean?
So you remember,
because things have changed.
Yeah. So last 6 months ago, if a property lasted through a weekend, that was
it's been
incredible.
On the market a long time.
This one was a long time, was basically over a month on this one, mostly because the price point, it was over at that originally listed at $525. And they brought it down to $500. And then basically we came in and was like, perfect house, had fully fixed up, 3 egress windows in the basement, needed nothing, basically move-in ready, and 2-car garage, corner lot, tons of parking, right close to 36, like just right in the heart of Westminster. And we came in and said, okay, let's put an offer in and use this grant program that I found for him. So this guy was a software engineer. So it wasn't even a question of him, oh, I can't qualify because of my income. It was like, hey, at least try it out, see if it works for you. And the only restriction on that grant loan was to live in a lower moderate income area.
Yeah.
That's it. Yeah.
It's a great grant program. I mean, a lot of people get up to like anywhere from like $10,000 to $17,000.
Yeah.
Sometimes no PMI. Yeah. So there's a lot of good options on there. All right. So let's jump the numbers on here.
Yeah.
So I got the spreadsheet pulled up. All right. So Westminster House Hack.
Yep.
And we have a 4% down payment.
That was just because of to get the net amount. So I got the $17,500 grant for him because of that moderate income area. And then because the market, I threw in, hey, let's do a $10,000 seller credit. Let me just ask for that. So they accepted that as well. So I used that seller credit to buy down the rate and pay down his down payment. So his net to buy this house after everything was only $3,220.
Wow.
From a $500,000 house. And he's a software engineer for his day job.
So about $500,000 purchase price,
Yeah.
$3,000 or $4,000 in closing cost. But we got $17,500 from the grant program.
Yep.
And then you got $10,000 in seller credits.
Yep.
So he brought $3,200 to the table and he bought the rate down from like high 6s to 5.9.
Yes.
Great.
So yeah, got a 5.9 rate. And that definitely helped him.
Does he have PMI on this?
No PMI.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great.
So it's even better with that.
Yeah. I mean, that saves another $100-some a month there typically.
Yeah. Especially for a first timer.
No,
Yeah.
So no PMI, any furnishing or upfront initial repair costs?
No, it was literally the only thing he has to do is one thing, and that's just add one more bedroom. It's a 5-bed, 3-bath.
Yep.
And just adding one more room.
The Jeff White special.
Yeah. And then it's all set. Yeah. It'll be a 6-bed, 3-bath. So here are the numbers.
Yeah. Walk us through the rent here.
So this is while he's living there. So I run 2 scenarios for every single deal I look at is living there and move out. So you want to compare the two because you want to see, can you live for free? That's the whole reason we house hack is can you eliminate, reduce, or even miracles do happen. You can actually make money living there too, but it's challenging. And then the day you move out. So you want to compare both those. And this one is while living there. He's going to live in 1 room with his wife and rent out 5 rooms at $750 per month each.
Okay. So this is a 6-bedroom, 3-bath place, right?
Yes.
Okay.
And they're taking the biggest master bedroom.
All right. So he's living the master. The other 5 rooms are at $750 a piece.
Super conservative.
Standard underwriting. Yep. He's self-managing. Got base expense in there for taxes, insurance, sewer, and electric.
Yep.
Is that, I'm assuming that's kind of like baked into the $750 a month?
Yeah, I just threw in a little bit extra just because sometimes net is a little bit higher. You're not going to cover everything because it's hard to bake it all in there.
Yeah, but this is really, really
super conservative underwriting. Yep.
All right. So we won't get through all the details on there, but the cash flow while they're living there is negative $1,500 a year. So for $100 to $200 a month, they're living for free.
Yep.
Or I'm sorry, they're paying $100 to $200 a month to live.
Yes.
Almost for free.
Yes.
But as we all know, you can't rent a bedroom.
Yeah.
Can't rent the garage space for $100 a month.
Yeah. Yeah. They have a 2-car garage. They could potentially cover that if they decide to rent that out and easily make that a 0. But basically accomplished his number one goal is to live for free or be close to it. Because he was paying, he was living, before he lived in one of my rooms and one of my rentals, he was living downtown in like a $1,500 a month, 1 bedroom. So to go from $1,500 to $100
a month
is what a huge difference.
That's a lot of money.
Yeah.
While you're
and
owning a $500,000 asset.
And a $3,000, that's all you had to bring to the table.
That's the equivalent to like first month's rent security deposit.
Exactly.
Like that's amazing. Yeah. Good one on this one, Jeff.
Yeah.
So here's the moving out spreadsheet.
Yep. The only difference is I added $850 for the master bedroom, so it increases the rents.
So it brings us up to $4,600 in rent.
Yep.
Everything else stays the same.
Everything the same. Yep. And then,
so that will make it cash flow positive about $7,700 for the year.
Yep.
Now, this is what I'm excited to talk about is there's, like you said, there's strategies that people are implementing right now that still work in the higher interest rate environments like this. And, interest rates are important, but they should not be the only thing people are focused on when they're buying a property. Important to look at, make sure it works for you, but realize interest rates are temporary, and it's one variable in there for us to look at and evaluate. So I love it that you have found some cash flowing properties. And I'm going to come up here. I mean, what rates are about 7% now?
Yep.
So let's come in here and change this from 5.9, which, hey, he bought it. I mean, I can't imagine we're going from 5.9 to 7 now. Uh-oh. Maybe we won't be doing it live on this one to test. Yeah.
Well, the next one will show a rate closer to that 7% number.
So anyway, well, we'll get a corrected one. You can download this. But bottom line is you can see, like, obviously that's going to change the payment sum.
Yeah.
But, like, this is how you look at things. Hey, this is working at 6%, which, I mean, months ago, no one thought we'd be here. Yeah. We're here. We're past it. And you're still finding deals that make sense. That's the punchline.
Yep.
And so I would say don't get fixated on the interest rate. Obviously, like, it's going to change payments and cash flow for you, but it's not a deal breaker.
Yeah. I just approach it, what I tell myself and my clients is it's just one monthly number and one variable in the equation. And if you have to rent one extra room to cover that, then that's what you got to do. Like, it's just more challenging times, and you can always refinance later when rates eventually do go back down.
Yep.